Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of The Journey. I'm your ding-dong host Matthew, and today's video is a special one. Going off of yesterday's video, which was getting into characters, problems that I've had or have, and that you may have as well, and we're going to go on to a very special one today, I've already said that, into brainstorming and character creation. Now, as you can see, we're not in the booth, and you're probably wondering, where the heck are we? We're in my room. Why are we in my room? Because, well, I got a whiteboard for my birthday a couple of years ago when I was writing books to, jot down ideas. And we're going to use that whiteboard to help illustrate how I use it to, progress my stories or characters or connect the dots with character development, character, where they are in the story, how to progress the story, where I can just, go on, so on and so forth. Now, be forewarned, this may be a long video, unintentionally as, well, I'm going to stop saying that because all my videos are just needlessly long. Also, you may notice that the quality of, obviously, the audio is bad because I'm in my room. It's very echoey, very boomy, and also the camera quality may be a little crap because I'm on my phone, Samsung. Make your jokes about, oh, my Apple phone's better. I don't care, Samsung for life. And, also, you may see me stop from time to time to look at my notes. I had to write a lot of notes for this. Oops, sorry, the glare. See my scribbles, my chicken scratch writing. We're going to be doing that a lot. And I'm going to flip the camera, and it's no longer going to be selfie mode. It's going to be in front mode, but it's always going to be in landscape for better visualization on YouTube. So, without further ado, we're going to look at my notes, and we're going to look at saying, we're taking a break from reading and recording. Thank God. I actually wrote that in parentheses. Instead, we're going to talk about writing and creating your own characters and scripts. As you saw from my lengthy two versions of video, one really speedily fast and the other one being tediously long, I wrote my own characters. Excuse me, I boiped. And so we're going to start with, just general idea of characters. Everyone knows what a character is. It's the poison in the story that drives the plot going. And sometimes people have struggles and or issues writing or creating characters. For me initially, I did, but I like to let my brain run wild and let it just rip and go and tear and fly. And it just I don't confine it to be like, well, the character wouldn't do that. Why would he hold a bolt of lightning? He's not Zeus. He's not Thor. I don't know. Why not? Let's just make something up. Maybe he's like the descendant of Zeus or Thor. Or maybe he was super inspired by Thor, that he was blessed by the gods themselves. Rah. So, let me flip the camera. There, you'll see the whiteboard now. Let me zoom out. There we go. Sorry for the fingers. So this is a little thing I did for myself. This is our motto. Do it for fun. That was what I learned in my class. That's we're gonna erase this for today. We're gonna put it back up. This is just something for me. We're gonna say bye bye. Get off my board. Get off my board. You foul demon, get off. You're also wondering why not use a black marker? Because my black marker ran out of thing a couple of years ago. So hold on. I'm gonna set this down while I get the marker ready. And sorry about that, folks. Screw it. Cat falling off. And we're going to look at my book, and we're going to do something that I do is, well, first thing we're going to address is people being like creative / creativity. Do not mind my shitty writing. So people will be like, I'm not creative enough. I can't do this. What? I'm stuck. What do I do? That's okay. That's the point of this video we're going to talk about is being creative and using creativity. And we're going to do this by doing something that I do in a way of making characters. I start with, hold on, let me erase this, with the five W's. The who's, the what's, the why's, the where, and I'm missing who, what, why, where, and when. So you can use, obviously, again, don't mind my chicken scratch writing. You'll know the 5 W's. That's all you need to know, the 5 W's. If you know, you know, now you know. So you can always start with a character. Obviously, you can always start, number one is who. Who is the character? We'll use my character for my book. His name is Axel. Okay. What you can leave out for now. Same with why. Where is he? Well, in the story, when my book starts, he's in a land called the Land of Stone. Land of Stone. When can be split up into multiple different things, like time of day, time of year, or like when in history or in the story, like when is he? Is it the era of mischief? Is it the era of plague? Is it the era of wealth and prosperity? In this case, we're making it simple. Night time. What is he? Now you can add what. He's walking like a weirdo, and he's muttering to himself. Why? Well, that's a mystery now, isn't it? The mystery gang's got to solve that. That's where your writing comes in. So, there's that. You're probably thinking, well, that's all fine and dandy, Mr. Dinklink, but how can we... You made that character up, you know that. So, I'm going to do something else I do, and this is not for everyone. This is just mainly for me, maybe, is sometimes pick 3 random things. Pick 3 nouns. If you don't know what a noun is, a person, a place, or a thing. It doesn't have to be, it can be all 3 people, it can be all 3 things, or it can be all 3 places. So where? People. Fred, Will, and Steph. Oh, look, there's 3 people. Now, how are we going to get a story to get these going? Well, Fred and Will are friends. Steph is sister. There, Steph is sister of Will. Fred likes Steph. But what goes on? That's up to you. Make a script, write a character. Let's go on. So, we can move on from that, and we're going to go on to now a better example that I wrote down. Where is it? So, we're going to do, following this, is we're going to follow the 3 things. The 3 examples the most random things I could think of, and yes, they're all 3 things, is, what was it? It was a pencil, a lanyard, how do I spell lanyard? Whatever. I'm going to put lanyard, because I'm an idiot. And, what was the third one? I think it was like a car. No. Yes, it was a car. But no. Lanyard, car, pencil, lanyard. Screw it, car. What does it do with car? So, you're probably thinking, what the fudge does a car, a pencil, and a lanyard have to do with each other? So, this is where I mentioned it in a previous video, just let your brain do whatever it is that comes to mind. If you're stuck or staying stagnant, don't worry about it. Take a deep breath. And whatever flows, try to connect the dots. My example for this was, okay, we need to get into this car. Okay, we need to get in. Why? We need the pencil in the car, which turns out to be in the eraser a microphone or a microchip that was eavesdropping on a conversation. But the car is locked with a security pass that is attached to a golden lanyard on the top supervisor guard. So we need the lanyard, so we need to get in. So that's our number 1 point. We need to get into the car. Why? To get the pencil. To get, we'll put Mike pencil. How? Simple. We get the lanyard. How? Let your mind wander. You want this to be like like a heist kind of moment where like a group of friends go together and be like, we need to get that lanyard. Let's get in there. Let's do it. Yeah. Oops, sorry, my hand's in the way. And then we're going to go on to saying, okay, you got the lanyard. Oh, attached to the lanyard is a pass that grants access only to this vehicle. This vehicle. My bad. Now, you got the lanyard. You go to the car. You get the pencil. You escape. Does something happen? Ooh, does something happen? Oh, let's see. So, you got Mike pencil. Yay. But what is the next scene? That's up to you. Do you get caught? Sold out? Make a clean get away? Do you do any of those? What else could happen? And this is where I like to say explode upon an idea. Maybe the car explodes. And then now it becomes an investigation and the police get involved. So now you're trying to, let's say this is in the case of what I said earlier. It's a heist. You're trying to extract whoever said whatever on the microphone, trying to get that data to maybe exploit, sabotage, blackmail, or extort something out of a crooked criminal, saying, hey, stop doing these bad things. Or maybe you could trick people and saying, you're the criminals and you're extorting something out of a good person who just had to do something bad or to make up for something bad, and so on and so forth. So there's that. The best way to do it is connect the dots. Boop, 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 boop. Does it have to make sense? Yes, but think of it this way. I'm going to use One Piece as a reference. If people who know what One Piece is, you don't, it's okay. It's huge enough. It's huge enough. It gets referenced a lot and it's big. And what's going to happen is in the show, it's literally about pirates. Okay, but what is cyborgs, samurais, I don't know how I spell sky with a C. I'm an idiot. Sky people. Like, how is this all interconnected with pirates? Well, what's his face? Oda just said, hey, I'm going to make it connect. I'm going to make it work through the vast world building I'm going to have in my story of One Piece that has been going on for what, like 22 years or something like that? Maybe 25, I think, or I could be wrong. But he let his mind be free and he went, okay, we're going to go pirates, cyborgs, samurais, sky people, what else? Let's say slave owners and world government. Well, how does that work? Well, the world government obeys the slave owners because they have the money. What the fudge is that? Oh, samurais. We'll put SM for scam and SK for sky. So what is cyborg? The cyborgs work with the world government. They're special, like brute forcemen or enforcers. Pirates is literally connected to everything in the story. These guys, they don't like each other because pirates want to roam free and do whatever they want. The world government wants to maintain order even though they're crooked and corrupt. What does the samurai and pirates have to do together? Well, that's what Oda did. He connected the dots. He's like, okay, I'm going to make it so that the pirates and samurai somehow clash together. And then they became a big thing. What about the sky people and pirates? They go to a sky land called Skypiea. Very creative. I'm not one to judge. I named someone Tigra and they were a tiger. So what you got to do is, no matter how outlandish or how stupid something may be, don't be afraid to just somehow connect the dots. As long as you can make it make sense, people are going to like it. And if you like it, then you know what? That's that. Don't worry about what other people think. You just got to create your own stories and have fun with it. That's what I do with mine. My story is called Two Souls. And I'm going to do a reading in the future, and you're going to see my horrible 18-year-old writing and my mindset I was in. Now we're going to go into something real using connecting dots plus 5 W's. Excuse me. Why? So we're going to do this. We're going to do 3 of the whats, 3 wheres, 3 whys, 3 whens, 3 what, why, when, where. What am I missing? What, where, why, when. People help me, I'm lost. I forgot the 5th one. Who? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Who? We're going to use 3. And don't worry, what we're going to do is we're going to just cut this out. Let's start with who, because you always need a person in your story. So let's go with Tiffany. Who is Tiffany? Tiffany will be our MC. Will be our MC. And then who else will there be? There will be Wendy. Who's Wendy? Tiff, old best friend. Do we need a 3rd who? No, we don't. So you can cut that out. You don't have to do 3. I just say do 3s. And if you want, you can also have more or less. You don't always have to have. There's our 3. We'll get rid of that. There's our who's. Now let's go on to where. You can do 3 wheres very simply. Very simply, or very easily. Where, you can go, ready? 1, where in the world? Where are we in the world? We are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That's 1. Where are we in Toronto, though? Toronto is a big friggin' city. It's the biggest city in Canada, I think. We're going to be at the CN Tower, because that is literally the staple of the thing. That and the Rogers Center, or I can't remember. It's no longer called the Sky Dome. I think it's the Rogers Center, still what it's called, but who cares? Now, where in the CN Tower? The CN Tower has a lot to do in it. Are you at the base? Are you at the restaurant? Are you on the roof doing the skywalk? Or are you just on the observatory deck? Just, overlooking the entire city. In this case, we're going to the restaurant. Boom. There is our 3. So we'll just put rest for short. There's our 3 wheres. So we've already established, where's my where? There. We got 2 out of 5. Okay, now, sometimes also you're going to see soon, when are we, sorry. Okay, I thought I had to sneeze. I'm good. Let's move the eraser because we're going to get down here now. So now we're going to go into our, let's say when. This can be literally one and done. Is it daytime? Is it morning? Is it the afternoon? Is it late in the evening? Is it a brunch? Is it a lunch? Is it a dinner? Or is it a tourist attraction? So we're going to the restaurant. Let's go for lunch. Let's say it's 12:31. So when, we'll say lunch. Let's say 12:45. Stop rattling, damn you. There, you just did your when. Where is when? Sometimes you don't need all 3. Like I said, you don't need all 3. You can just make it as simple as possible. And then, so there's our when. Done. Check mark. XO. Love you. Now we're going to go into why. Why are we there? Well, this is where our other who comes in. Tiffany is going, so Tiffany, main character, going to the restaurant for a lunch with who? With Wendy. So Tiff plus Wend, we'll just say for that, lunch. So they're having lunch. We have a Y. Lunch. Okay, what other Y's can be? Why are they having lunch? Oh, Wendy in town for, did I just hear a bug? In town for conference, and wanted to catch up with Tiffany and catch up with Tiff. Okay, why? Because, but why do they want to catch up? What's the relationship? What's the correlation? She's in town, so what? She can just send a message. She can just send an email or text or FaceTime like, "Hey, Tiffany, it's Wendy. Long time no talk. I'm in town. Bye." Like, no. How else does the story progress? Let's go with old college. Let's say roommates. Roommates, 2 M's. Who cares? Two mates. Boom. They're old friends who I guess they split apart because, well, Wendy's out of town. Maybe she moved for some reason. Boom. There's your 3 Y's. We're done. Now what? This is where we're going to erase all this because we got a who, a what, we got a who, a why, a when, and where. We don't have a what. So say bye-bye to all of this jibber-jabber nonsense that you've heard me ramble on about. And we're going to go to the part where we're going to explode upon the story. Because this seems all kind of monotonous and vanilla and bland and boring as saltless crackers. Why do I keep using that analogy? Well, because saltless crackers suck. Salt on crackers is the bomb. So, the big question. What? This will progress your story. Ooh, my finger's in the way, sorry. That will progress the plot. Plot progression. So you don't have to make what the plot progression. It could be a who done it, who's this person, who are they in correlation to my character. You gotta just, like I said, use the 3 whats, or the 3 whats, the 5 W's, and if the 3, the 2, the 1, the 5, the 6, the 10 whats. Use that to progress your story. This is very basic, and that's the whole point. I'm trying to simplify this to make yourself creative. And, excuse me. Ooh, my finger's in the way again, sorry. And we're going to use what to progress. So what's going to happen? So you can do 3 situations. We're going to split this up into 3s. We're going to go from norm, non-norm, to explode. And all you meanies out there are going to make a really ill-timed joke or really bad joke. Don't, please. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. I put explode. Explode. There we go. So, the norm. Oh, what happens? What's something normal that happens, like an incident that happens at a restaurant? In this case, nothing. Oh, I put an M. Why? Nothing happens. They have a conversation. And they catch up. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Bland as saltless crackers. That's one of 3 things that could happen. What's another thing that could happen? Wrong order. Wrong order turns into altercation. We bled in. Whoops. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That's a normal thing to happen. And then one more thing is maybe something ill-timed words or wrong words. Wrong words. So like maybe Tiffany says, "Yeah, I don't like all those shoes. They're very stupid." And then maybe Wendy, who works for all those shoes, and says, "But excuse me? How dare you? You know that's my company. You know I've been raising that shit from the beginning, girl. I'm gonna beat your ass," or something like that. I don't know why she turned sassy or bitchy. But still, that's the whole point. That could be a little non-norm. Maybe Wendy has changed. Maybe something's made her into a better person. Now, what's a non-norm thing? Well, a non-norm thing would be like someone chokes. That is pretty normal, but like I'm kind of lost for this. Choking is something like you don't really see if it does. You know, there's people there who know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. Or they know how to be like, oh my God, let's save that lady. She's dying. She is asphyxiating her breath. Ah! And, excuse me. Okay, what's another non-normal thing? Poison. Ooh, Wendy got poisoned and she died. How is that? That could be either here or here. As the bootleg of Star Wars Episode 3 says, could go either way. It's up to you. If it was poisoned because maybe this is now an espionage story where Tiffany's like, I must avenge my friend. I need to know who tried to kill her or wanted her dead. Oh, sorry, looking at the ground. I was resting my arm. It's a little tired from holding the phone. Because I'm a righty and my phone's being held by my left hand. What's another non-normal thing? A bird smashes into the window. Smash window. And then maybe something like it does a crack, and then they feel the air, and it's like, what the hell? And then they start looking around, and they say, "Holy!" This is another. What you could do with the non-normal is a lot of these could lead into the exploding idea, and in this case, let's say this: she gets poisoned, and it turns into espionage. I think I spelled that right with my shit writing. Don't call me. Sorry, someone was trying to call me. I don't know how choking leads into it. This, like, the bird smashes into the window, and then it gets her attention as well as all the other restaurant goers, and they all look out and they see a flock of birds over the city, larger than they've ever seen, and it's just like this birdemic. Reference to the movie Birdemic. It's horrible, but it's hilarious in a horrible way, kind of like The Room. And then it becomes like Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, Part 2. In Toronto, and then boom, we'll just call this Bird Dem Ick. I spelled that wrong, but who cares? My big idea that I suggested or I thought of when doing this for exploding an idea was a helicopter malfunctions, so I'll just put mal, and crashes into the restaurant, and you're just like, malfunction. Crash. And you're just like, holy slambonies on a goddamn beefaroni beef and cheese sandwich. And you're just like, what the fudge? And that's how you can create a good story. So maybe Wendy and Tiffany are just knowing. Maybe they're just the characters to start the story. Like, the story goes on to, you are now the investigator of or you're a paranormal investigator, and be like, that helicopter crash was no act of human error or hardware malfunction. That was an act of spiritual pressure being mixed with curses going wild or something along the lines. Now he's a supernatural paranormal thing. There's your story. Or the birdemic could be like, it could be something like a medical, you can fuse these, medical espionage. There's a bioterrorism attack that makes birds go crazy, and someone in, I don't know, Montreal was like, I hate Toronto because they have a big needle tower. They've been overshadowing us. Grr, let's make the birds go crazy. Very outlandish, but that's the whole point. You want to make it stupidly crazy. So I'm going to stop here because I want to address something that's now probably in your brain for the last probably couple of videos. I'm going to flip the camera. Hi! You're probably wondering, how the fudge does one idiot do all this? Well, it's very simple. I think I referenced this, or I said this in the last video, or my 12th video on the references. You're probably wondering, have I smoked dope? Have I snorted cocaine? Have I done some sort of drugs, or am I drunk? No, I'm as sober as I can be. The thing is, I have ADHD, so my brain is on like permanent, like just let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It never rests. On top of that, I'm a chronic overthinker. I cannot stop thinking. So my brain is on like overdrive mixed with cocaine. So basically I'm on overdrive plus cocaine. And it's good and bad. Good in the sense that I can do crap like this. I can write this and be okay with it. Like I said, I have ideas for so many books, characters, narratives, stories, what have you. And it just comes to me like this. That's why it's easy for me to write characters, or easy. And it's also it's fun to me. I like doing this thing. The one thing I've always said about ADHD I've learned recently is that it's a double-edged sword. One, it makes me wildly creative. And I love it because I love to being creative things. I started with playing piano when I was 13. I stopped because I wanted to play with my friends on the street and then nothing but video games. Do I regret it? Yes. Do I wish to go back? Yeah, but we got rid of our piano, I think, last year or 2 years ago, which kind of sucks. But, it was still there in the house and I could have played it. I just didn't, I guess at the time I didn't want to, and I'm an idiot. I went from piano playing to writing, and now I'm going into acting. I never thought I would do acting or voice acting in general. I always wanted to, but I didn't know how. And, well, like I said, I took classes, and here I am giving you guys lessons, even though I'm not qualified and or trained. But I feel like if I can help you guys in any sort of way, be that supportive branch to give you guys a guiding path to what we can do, then that's all that matters to me. Whether I make it or not, if I can help someone, if I can inspire someone, that's all that really matters to me. And that's all I really want to do sometimes is, yeah, sure, I can be very selfish and pig-headed and stubborn, but there's other times where I just want to help people. Because why not? We're humans. We got to, lift each other up. We got to help each other out. And I've obviously digressed from this to now this. But I just want to say that, like, whoever and anyone who watches these videos, I just want to say thanks to anyone and everyone. If you take what I can give, kudos to you. You're a good person, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that I help you in any sort of way. And let me just see if I'm missing anything. I already did the exploding the idea. Did I do a backside? No. Oh, geez, you got a close-up of my face. You probably saw my nostril, of my nose. Anything special? All right, well, I'm going to end the video here. Surprisingly shorter than my last. Goodbye.